This is a quick one inspired by the amount of like doom and gloom shit you see out on social media right now, and even here on YouTube, for example. Um, when something's negative, it's okay to say it's negative. If there's something of great concern going on, I get it. I'm a realist at the end of the day. I don't really care. I don't really focus on optimism or pessimism. It's things are what they are, and I try to see them that way. It's you end up a lot less disappointed when you're a realist. But I keep coming across these. I do research. I'm looking at what other people are doing on YouTube, what they're saying, and check out the news and the blogs and social media just to try to get a pulse of what's going on in the economy, what the public opinion is. And I realize there's like a handful of kind of like doom and gloom purveyors out there that when you look at them, they've been just spouting negative shit for 5, 10, plus years. And they build up this audience. And I think you see a lot of economists do this too, where they're constantly saying that the next recession's coming. And, they've been saying it every year since 2008. And whether they're doing it just to say they were right or they really feel that way, it's like if you say shit enough, it eventually comes true. And I see these people that got 100,000, 200,000, or 300,000 subscribers, and every day they're just like pumping out this like negativity. And you go back, right? You go back years doing research. Like maybe 2% of their predictions came true. But they keep accumulating followers. And you realize that there is such a large audience for negative shit. And I think that's why the news channel or the newspaper, the joke is if it bleeds, it leads. Like that's what they start to show off with is the 3 homicides, not something positive. And you think about it. Like I saw this article here about how to overcome your brain's fixation on bad things. Like we can't just sit around and like dwell on bad things, and it's even worse to sit around and start almost wishing for bad things to happen, or you just believe that every little thing going on is a sign of something bad going on. It's like put your tinfoil hat on, because it's like you start believing like conspiracy theories. And I've seen a lot of that in the last couple of years. It's like, what the hell are you talking about right now? You sound crazy. I won't sound crazy in a couple of years. Well, guess what? It's a couple of years later, and your ass still sounds crazy. Because I think we get sucked into this wormhole, and the algorithm keeps serving you this stuff. If you watch this one channel, and it's all about the doom and gloom, and everything's going to collapse, and the world's going to come to an end, and start prepping, then it starts serving you more content like that. It's like you can't win. I make a post on my Instagram that I'm going to stop eating bagels, and the next thing you know, I start getting served ads of bagels. And it's like, God damn it, I'm trying to stop eating bagels, and now you keep putting bagel photos in front of me. So what did I do this morning? I bought 6 Asiago bagels. The social media and technology is just terrible for us. So if you consume negative shit all day, you got to expect that the algorithm is going to keep serving you similar stuff. And you wonder why more and more people are getting depressed, why they're so negative, why they got a negative outlook on everything, why there's no hope, why we're losing hope. Yeah, you sit around and you consume this shit all day. Look, you are the content you consume. Just like you are the food you consume, for example. You consume this crazy stuff and you become crazy, or you become depressed, or you become down, or you lose hope. Now, there's the other side of it that if it's true, then whatever's real is real. But again, like looking at some of these channels, it's like these people have been talking about negative shit for a decade. And none of it's come true. But it's like, how many people sat there for a decade consuming all this stuff? Man, I can't imagine it leaves you in a good spot. And we know the brain likes to focus on negative stuff, right? I mentioned before in another episode, and granted it's a movie, but in Rounders, Matt Damon makes a statement that Every great rounder, recalls remarkable defeats of his life, but rarely do they recall the big wins. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, whether it's from a movie or not. We can have these huge wins and successes in life, but somehow that one bad thing that happened to us, we will hang on to that and always think about it. Well, you got that, and then you're out there consuming this content, just negative, 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 doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom, and it's like, no wonder you're not happy. At some point, you need to just turn your phone off, turn all the social media shit off, turn the TV off, like go ride a bike, go for a walk, go for a jog, go fishing, learn to cook, do something, tune all this shit out. Otherwise, you're going to end up in that same negative cesspool, and you're never going to escape it. And I realize I don't want to live that way. What I do realize is I can make a post about wanting to not eat bagels, and the goddamn algorithm starts serving me bagel photos. Like, you damn well know that if you consume negative content, the algorithm's going to keep serving it to you. And you are just going to go down that wormhole and you're never going to get out. So, anyways, just some thoughts. Trying to be happy. Trying to avoid this crazy world with all this shit going on. You want to be well informed. You want to know what's going on. You just don't know where you can get information anymore. And you're like one click away from the algorithm taking you down a place you never wanted to go to begin with. So, it's all the thoughts I got for this one. If you had any experience like this where you started getting served content you don't want and it had an effect on your own mental health, drop a comment below. I'd be curious in hearing your story. Until then, I'm going to catch you on the next one.